Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this card making tutorial. This is the gorgeous thank you card we're making today. It's this lovely way to use your designer series paper where I've split it into almost little like window panes here, and the same pattern does continue across the whole thing, and I just think it's a very simple design but lovely and cute. Right, our original here was Petunia Pop. So this time we're going to be doing slightly different. Same designer series paper, which is florals and bloom. But this time we're going to use Perfect Peach, or whatever it's called. It's one of the current in colours. And I've got a piece here of basic white cardstock. I'm just going to put this on the inside. Now all the measurements will be on the blog post, and you can find the link to that in the description box below. So don't worry about that. So one on the inside and then one for the outside as well. Okay, I'll stick those down. Lovely. I'll set that aside and bring in my designer series paper here. And this piece measures 12 centimeters by 13 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And you can see here on the one side, sorry, what did I say the measurements before? It's 11 centimeters by 12, that's right. Sounds better. So on the 11 centimeter side, I am going to cut at 5 centimeters. So you can have this whichever way you want. I'm going to have one piece at 5 and one piece at 6. I'm going to maybe cut it rather at 6. Doesn't really matter which way you do it. You just want to make sure that you have a piece like this. So let's see. Actually, let's reduce this. Don't know why I've got it so large. Let me see, I think those were the wrong measurements I gave you. I do apologise, I am filming this at 10:30 at night, so you have to forgive me. It should have been 8 centimeters by 12, that's right. Sounds better. So I'm going to chop this down here to 8 centimeters. And we will save that for another day. And then you want one side to be 5 and one side to be 3. So I'm going to cut this again at 5 centimeters. Like that. That's going to be like it is. And this one here, okay, so let's cut that at 4. Basically just dividing this in half. And I'm just keeping it in the same orientation, so I know which bits go where. Oopsie daisy. Okay. There we go, so get this out of the way. I'm going to bring in a piece here of scrap Perfect Peach, I think it's called. I can't honestly remember. At this time of night, it will all be listed and linked below, I do promise. So I am going to stick my first piece down here in the corner. And I'm going to have an even amount of gap around 2 sides, and then I'm going to take my next piece and I'm going to bring it down slightly and make sure I have the same gap between the 2 pieces, like that. Okay. Then we're going to pop this piece down on the side. Okay, so we've put all those down. So I'm just going to cut around this using my scissors. You could use whatever you want to use. You can use your trimmer, but I find it easier just to use my scissors. And there we go, there's our panel. Isn't that cute? So that's scrap. So now we can stick this down on our piece here, like that. So I'm going to use some adhesive sheet if I can find any. I thought I had something here. Let's use what I've got. You can use firm adhesive sheet, that's the best. I don't have any up here with me, so I'll just use this bit here, but it has no adhesive on it, so it's not brilliant. We'll need to put adhesive down, quite a lot of it, especially on such a warm day as this. Put this down here, and more adhesive on the top here. Put that down there. That really looks cute. I think it looks nice. Don't know about you, but let's set that aside and do some stamping. Something easy and safe. Something I'm used to. Scrap piece of basic white. Definitely a scrap. Now here it says Peach Pie is the name of this colour. It's not Perfect Peach. I think Perfect Peach used to be a colour. But this is Peach Pie. Okay, so there you go. Now you know. And the stamp set here is with you in mind. Is that one there? And we're just going to use the thank you. So, sorry if you can hear my fan in the background. It's just too hot to work with that one. So I'm just going to cut this out now with my trimmer. I'm going to try. I'm going to cut it fairly close because I don't want to lose any of that pattern that we've just been playing with. Take my, whatever you call the stuff, my ink pad, and I'm just going to run it around the edge like this, just so it will pop against the background. Lovely. Going to bring this in. Last time I used some twine, I used this twine called Pack Your Bags, but it doesn't really match with what I'm doing, so I'm going to use a little bit of this twine, this gold trim instead. So let's take a piece off. And then put this back. I just make a little notch in my trim and then I stick that in there and it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm just going to fold this around sort of into a circle or some sort of shape. And I just wanted to sort of, so I need a bit bigger than that. I want it to peer out, so maybe just like that. Yeah, so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back here, a little amount. I'm going to bury that in the adhesive, not straight there, that's a little angle. I think will look nice, and then I'm just going to put this on some dimensionals as well, I think. Let's find some dimensionals, just so it won't be a lump where the ribbon is, or the trim, whatever you want to call it. And bury that back in the adhesive. I'm just going to put that there. I think that looks nice. Don't know about you. I quite like that. You could also add some of this ribbon, but I don't think I'm going to bother this time. I'm going to use some of these sequins here, and these are the Starburst sequins. So let's see what colour we want to use. I'm going to use some of this yellow. I don't know what colour it's meant to be, but it matches nicely, I think. I'm just going to dot these around here in the sentiment. And there you go. There are our 2 cards featuring the With You in Mind stamp set and the Flowers and Bloom design series paper. I hope you like this window pane technique. If you want any more information about the supplies, the project, etc., it's all on the blog post, and you can find the link below. If you did enjoy the project, I'd be grateful if you could give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.